So this is kind of like an addition to the video that I did earlier. And the reason why is because I wanted to show you that it is going down. I was able to get, with the help of a friend, I was able to get some allergy eye drops. Now, I knew I didn't have an infection. I knew that this wasn't infected. I knew that it was inflamed, but I knew that this little burn spot here was not infected. I knew it. The pharmacist, I think, wanted me to go to talk to a doctor to make sure, to ensure, right? But he's an amazing pharmacist. They all are. And he knew exactly, more than likely, what was going on, but didn't really want to put himself at risk by diagnosing it, just in case, right? Because the swelling was very immense. It was very, very... Now it's bruised, and the reason why is because I've been paying a lot of attention to it. So I think basically my skin, because it's thin, my skin has a tendency to get inflamed very easily, and I mean, it is what it is, right? So I have to be very careful because I did get eye drops for allergies, and I'm using these because of the inflammation. Now, the inflammation is more than likely because of my allergies, and I do have an allergy to the chemicals in the face powder and the eyeshadow, and I was attempting to try it. I wanted to try it. I haven't worn it for years, and I wanted to try it. And I knew this. I knew this was going to happen. It's like a complete cycle with me. It's like it hasn't changed. So I still have the same allergy to that type of stuff. So powders, I'm sworn off. I'm not going to do it anymore. Now I've got one eye done, or one eye done and one eye not done. And that's because, I don't know, why not? Why not? Anyway, so this one is bruised and it's going down, but I did put the drops in. I have to be careful with these though, because it does say on the container that if you have high blood pressure or low blood pressure, that you have to be careful with how much you utilize these. Now, I use Visine occasionally, not often, but occasionally I use it. I do seem to be having reactions to mascara lately, so I might limit the mascara use. And I might just, I don't have mascara on right now, and I've been using the castor oil growing my eyelashes and my eyebrows, and it's working. So I don't have any mascara on, and it looks fine. But here you can see it's white. It's white. So if I had put a little bit of eyeliner on that, it would look like I had really long eyelashes, right? So I just wanted to show you the difference, that I don't need the mascara and I don't need the face powder, but the inflammation has gone down. Now, I don't know if it's from this, because I just did this, so I'll give it like a half an hour before it reacts. So there is still a little bit of swelling, but not much. But the redness is because I was doing the old-fashioned remedies, and I had a tea bag on my eye, and I would let it sit there until the swelling go down, and like it would be hot, and then the tea bag would get cold. So I think that's what causes the swelling to go down. Not that it's the tea bag or the ingredients in the tea bag, it's the hot and the cold. And that's what I've been doing all morning. That's what I've been doing, and it's working. It's working. Now, if I had an eye infection, my eye would be discolored, and my eyes aren't. They're actually very healthy looking, and they are white, almost whitish blue tinge. It's got a little bit of a blue tinge, and I've seen that with people who are extremely healthy. So, but it does say that if you have high or low blood pressure, that you need to watch how much you utilize these. And I do have high blood pressure. Now, I don't measure it anymore. I tell usually if my blood pressure has risen, it's usually because of a change in the atmospheric pressure, right? So when we're getting the storm, when we're going to get our first snowfall, when we get rain, when we're getting a storm, then I'm like a walking thermometer. I feel it, and I feel it. I get dizzy. I go dizzy. Sometimes, if the blood pressure goes really high, I get nauseous. So I have these telltale signs. My body tells me, listen, something's up. I thank the big fella up above that I'm not getting that heaviness in my chest, and I'm not getting any pain. So that's not an issue for me. However, the nausea, still occasionally I do have issues with the nausea. But this is just an eye infection, and it's an eye infection based on the fact that I had a burn. I had It was a lesion that came up, and I treated it the way I treat all my lesions, because I wasn't sure if it was a cancerous lesion that was coming back or if it was something else. Now, I do think it was an allergic reaction, as I said, to the aluminum or the other powders that are in the makeup powder, because it was a burning sensation the whole eye, and that's where I had the powder put. It was a burning sensation, and then I got this bubble. So I really truthfully think that that's what caused it. So I'm having to be very cautious on what makeup I use. Now think about this, right? I've detoxed my body. So I don't dye my hair. I don't use shampoos with sulfates. I don't use makeup with a lot of chemicals in them. I don't use powders, anything that absorbs into the skin. So I have basically detoxified my body quite well. However, I still have allergies. Like I said, I tried the eyeshadow, and of course my eye started to burn. Now, this was the only eye and the reason I can say that is this was the only eye that I used the powder on, the eyeshadow on, and this was the eye that had the infection. And then what happened, it was itchy, and so I was scratching it, and I think I may have caused this bit of damage here, okay? So I was messing with it, and then I had, the massage thing, and I put it here to get rid of some of the swelling, and the swelling actually moved. It moved around. So I knew it was a pocket of fluid, and that's a pocket of fluid that is caused by inflammation. And so thank goodness, and I thank the big fella up above that it's not worse, but my eye is not infected. You see the color, there's no pink eye or nothing. My eye is fine. Just this one little spot and inflammation. So this was sinusitis, and that was caused by possibly the inhalation of possibly those, what would you say? Would you say vapors from the eyeshadow? I don't know. I have no idea, but I do know that I am not using it again, and I have kind of put it away in a plastic bag. It's sealed up, and I will give it away to someone who is not allergic to those type of things. So, and it was a nice powder, and it's a beautiful face powder, and it's got the matte finish and everything. So it's nice. So someone is going to utilize it, but it won't be me. Someone couldn't do it anymore, but. As you notice, I think it said 2 or 3 drops. I put 2 drops in. And you notice from the last video I did that the swelling has gone down. And I have no makeup on at all, except for one line of eyeliner right there. Not even on the bottom. I have none on the bottom, just on the top. So it must, the eyeliner, it does have a tendency to kind of like, what would you call that? Like, leak down here. So yeah, but one drop, that's it. And I don't even think I have any eyebrow pencil, and my eyebrows have grown back tremendously. Look at that, using the castor oil. Yeah, and with my lighting it looks like I'm yellow. I don't have jaundice. I don't. It's just the lighting in my apartment. I have it's a bruise. I do have a bruise. I have a bruise from messing with it, but it is what it is, right? I mean, I did have inflammation, so I'm not too concerned about that. But it is going to heal. I know it's going to heal with the, sorry, I can't get that light to stand up. It is going to heal well. I can see, obviously, just with the fact that I put a few drops in, and it's basically healed up pretty good. Now, I have no idea why my camera is showing my face as yellow. I have no idea. So it might be, I do have the Christmas tree on, so maybe it's a light from the Christmas tree, but I will try to get that off there. Okay, so anyhow, it is what it is. The truth of it is that I'm just lucky that it's not worse than it was. I know that it's an allergy, and so I'm not too concerned about it, but I am not using powdered eyeshadow or powdered makeup anymore. If I do anything, it would be a coconut-based blush if I need it. And you know what? I don't need it, and I don't care. I'm 64 years old. I don't really care, to be honest with you. I don't really care. I look fine just the way I am. The good Lord put me on this earth. I look like this. This is what I'm going to look like when I leave this earth. So, it's not going to, it doesn't affect me in any way. I really don't care. But this is healing, and I'm very glad it is. That is not a lump. That is wrinkles. It is wrinkles. And because the skin is healing on top of wrinkles, you'll see like a shiny spot there. So it looks like it's swollen, but it's not. And obviously, I do not have an eye infection in either eye because my eyes are white. They're white and they have a bluish tinge to them, which is healthy for me. So I'm not concerned, but this stuff works. It really, truly does. It works. The one that I normally use is Opticrom. Couldn't find it. And this little baby here, this little vial of medicine cost almost $20. So that was 17 something for this. So I'm going to be very cautious with it because I didn't have the funds to purchase this. I have a friend who's very motherly. It's like having someone exactly like myself as a neighbor and a friend, which is kind of scary because she don't put up with no nonsense. And when I say, nah, it'll heal on its own, she says, no, you need to get the drops, so go and get them. Yeah. So I thank her, I thank the good Lord, and I thank the company that made this, because even though it's expensive, you could bring it down a bit, it did help, and it will continue to help. So, I'm not saying I'm a doctor, okay? And I'm not saying I know holistic medication. What I'm saying is this is trial and error. This is trial and error for me. I don't have any other options at this point in time. And you know what? It's working. So I just want the infection to go down. So that's a good thing, okay? So it would be nice to have both eyes look the same. So, and I don't have to worry about anyone saying to me, oh, how does the other person look? Right? So I shall see you in the next video. The good Lord be willing. Bye-bye.